This is your Wednesday update from Batshit Bonkers Britain, where an MP, Lee Anderson, has rather brilliantly said that the illegals who are here, if they don't like it here, well, they can F off back to France. I think what he did there was neatly summarise what ordinary British people think. People who are pissed off at being at the back of the line or being second-class citizens in their own country, or people who would prefer that our veterans or homeless people on the street got treatment first, or perhaps that their own kids could access a doctor or a dentist, which no one's allowed to say because this is prohibited speech. But Lee Anderson just encapsulated that in one phrase, and I think the rest of us applaud him for it. He now has to be dragged backwards. People are demanding for him to be sacked. Outrage, outrage. But you notice that all these outraged people don't want any of these illegals right near them. In fact, Sadiq Khan himself, who's criticising Lee, said that they couldn't have an illegals barge in London because there wouldn't be the access to services that those people need. I mean, please. Meanwhile, the head of the automobile industry has said that China has the ability to cut dead 300,000 electric vehicles currently on the road, that remotely China could just turn them off. Presumably that would also lock the driver in the vehicle. And frankly, as much as we should be alarmed by that, there would be much merriment about it, wouldn't there? I've always been warning that you don't want to get an electric vehicle, and watching 300,000 people who think that they are better than the rest of us, who bought into the nonsense around electric vehicles, be locked in their cars, potentially on a very hot day, would be something of a funny moment for the rest of us, I feel pretty sure. And then spare a thought for Peggy Jones, aged, I think, 62, in Texas. A snake fell from the sky, wrapped itself round her arm and started attacking her, at which point the hawk that had dropped the snake from the sky onto her came down to get the snake back and started attacking her as well. So you might think that your life is a bit shit or you're having a terrible Wednesday. But, you know, just think like this. At least you're not Sadiq Khan. At least you're not one of the lefty idiots that own an electric vehicle. At least you're not 63-year-old Peggy Jones from Texas.